Hi everyone, my name is Katie Spexarth and I'll be your professor for Critical Reading 101 online this semester. I see a few familiar faces on my roster, so welcome back to those of you I've had in previous classes, and hello to those of you who have never been in one of my classes before. Critical Reading is a really unique course. If you've taken any previous courses in reading and are expecting this course to be similar, I'm here to tell you that Critical Reading is a totally different class. Our developmental reading courses are designed to help you read college level texts more efficiently so that classes cover things like vocabulary, comprehension, and study reading skills. Critical reading is designed to help you understand an argument, evaluate that argument, and use that argument to support or challenge your own argument. This is a really exciting time to teach this class because there are so many instances where there is an increasing cultural consciousness around the idea of truth. Are we living in a post-truth society? What do facts even mean? How can you tell real news from fake news, from satirical news? All of these topics and more will be up for discussion and debate in our class. A little bit about my background. I'm originally from Peoria, Arizona in the West Valley. I am a Phoenix native. After my undergraduate work at Northern Arizona University, I moved to Germany where I lived and worked with children on a military base. And then I moved to Kaohsiung, Taiwan to teach English as a foreign language. At that point, I was ready to be back in America, and I was hired to teach U.S. history at a public high school in North Phoenix. I taught there for about 5 years, and then I was hired as residential faculty here at Phoenix College in 2017. My undergraduate degree is in history education, and my master's degree is in curriculum and instruction with an emphasis in reading, which is why I'm able to be here with you. My husband and I were married in January of 2016, and we recently welcomed a cockapoo puppy into our family. Her name is Rosie. As I film this, I am currently pregnant with our first child. My husband and I have always wanted to be parents, so we're so excited. This class is designed to be easy to navigate. After you watch this video, you'll head over to the Modules tab and start looking at content. Some students want to scroll down to the assignments directly or work from the course calendar alone. Please do not do that. You'll miss most of the content for our class. If you're missing most of the content for our class, you probably will not do very well. Always start in the Modules tab. In that tab, you can access our syllabus. This will also be available on the front page of the course, and I've attached a copy to the intro email I sent before the course began. There's also a link to an article about how to email your professors. It's an engaging read, its tone is lighthearted and amusing, but it does have some really good tips on how to send an effective email to me and your other professors on campus. There are a lot of times where I get an email that does not have all the information I need, like the class you're in or the name of the assignment you're asking about, and doesn't necessarily ask a clear question. If I have to send 2 or 3 emails to figure out what you're asking me about, and I do that for 150 students that I teach across all of my classes, it can quickly become frustrating for both me and you because it takes me longer to get the answer that you need. Please consider using the structure that's outlined in the article. Effective email communication is something that will benefit our relationship in the class, but it's also a good skill to have within a workplace, and now is the time to practice as a student. Within this module, we have a copy of this video. The new module video will be always linked on the front page during the time of that module, and then there will be a copy archived in the module itself if you ever need to reference back to it. There's also several link videos on how to navigate Canvas, check your grades, submit assignments, and so on. There are several assignments that you need to complete before the end of the week. If you do not complete these assignments, this is super important, I will drop you from the course. You need to hit the ground running in this class. We have a lot of content to cover, and there's never enough time. The assignment I want you to look at immediately is called M0, Are We Living in a Post-Fact, Post-Truth World? This is a substantial reading assignment and writing assignment, and it is due in just a few days. So please start working on it now to ensure that you have enough time to complete it. When you go into the assignment, you can click the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner of the assignment to see the rubric that I will use to grade the assignment. A rubric will be present for most assignments in the class, so make sure that you're reading them before you do your work. I want you to know that I'm going to evaluate you on every assignment according to that rubric, and so make sure that your submission is conducive to the rubric itself to earn the maximum number of points possible. In that assignment, you'll read 6 different articles and write a short essay about what it means to be post-truth or post-fact. You'll post this essay to the discussion board, and then you'll need to go in and respond to a few of your classmates. Most of the discussion boards in this class require 2 responses, but on this board I'm asking you to respond to 3 classmates. These responses need to engage with the content of your classmate's essay. They should not be, "I agree," or "That's cool." If you want to indicate that you can like your classmate's essay and send the same sort of message, but the discussion board should be much more substantial. Another important piece of information regarding your discussion posts: the due date will show up on your calendar as being every Sunday. However, make note that the initial post is due by Wednesday, with all peer responses being due by midnight on Sunday. The final deadline is indicated on your calendar, but I really advise getting into the habit of remembering each standing deadline. Initial post on Wednesday, responses by Sunday. In Module 0, you will also have a short introductory activity in which you tell us a little bit more about yourself, and you'll take a quiz on the syllabus and introductory material. All of my quizzes are set up so that you can take them as many times as you want to get the score that you want. There is one assignment in M0 that has a slightly later due date than the others. This is to allow you to get your textbook and gather that. If you need to have the textbook ordered, I would order it now so that it allows enough time for the textbook to be shipped to you, but you need to have your textbook in hand 2 weeks from Sunday. You'll have both the chapter quiz and the M0 textbook photo assignment due on that day. Please read the syllabus and explore the class. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me a full, complete, coherent email via Canvas messages. I'll check my email and Canvas messages Monday through Friday, and will respond back to you as soon as possible. Thank you again for enrolling in Critical Reading. I'm excited to work with you throughout the semester, and I'll see you in class.